Hello and welcome to Global Investment Real Estate and Residency Show Phase 3. This exclusive event is brought to you by TEG Group, a company that organizes live and online events. I'm director and co-founder and a part of this exceptional team. My name is Abdul Basit and I'm your host this evening. We have received a number of questions where you have asked us about process, timeline, investment amount, and questions related to family. Stay tuned with us and all of them will be answered in this webinar today. By the end of this webinar, you will know how to invest in Caribbean countries and get citizenship and secure the family of your future. Please feel free to ask your questions in Q&A section at the bottom of your screen or in the chat option of YouTube. We'll answer all your questions after the presentations. We have joined by industry-leading companies in the industry who will guide us with the best options and process. First company joining us today is CS Global Partners. CS Global Partners is a legal advisory specialized in residency and citizenship by investment solutions. CS Global Partners proudly holds 2 government mandates to market their investor immigration programs. Second company joining us is Ora Caribbean. Ora Caribbean is a part of Ora Developers and has a proven track record of creating beautiful environments that balance exceptional thinking with enduringly sensitive design. Ora Caribbean's first luxury resort in Grenada opened on December 1st, 2018, with a prominent location on one of the world's most magnificent beaches. With that, I'm glad to introduce first speaker of this evening, Ms. Yasmin Abouzouhour, who is legal advisor at CS Global Partners. With master's degree in international law, Yasmin is an experienced legal officer at CS Global Partners London office. Working closely with clients on day-to-day basis, Yasmin is able to provide trustworthy advice on processing matters for citizenship by investment program, ensuring that all applications meet the necessary requirements. Coming from a mixed background herself, Yasmin confidently caters the international clients' different needs. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks. How are you doing, Abdul?
I am very well. I'm very well. Thank you so much. I hope you're ready with your presentation, and we are definitely excited to see what you have for us.
Yes, I'm very excited to share as well. Shall I begin by sharing my screen?
Please.
Okay, so I'd first like to start by saying good evening to everyone. My name is Yasmin Abouzouhour, as Abdul said, and I'm a legal officer at CS Global Partners. I'm going to be discussing a very exciting opportunity for you and your family to help secure your future, citizenship by investment. So let's begin by understanding what citizenship by investment is. Citizenship by investment, or CBI, is a process whereby a reputable individual may gain citizenship of a country in exchange for significant investment. Citizenship can usually be obtained via donation or investment in real estate. Within recent years, there has been an increased interest in the Caribbean CBI programs by high net worth individuals residing in the Middle East, such as yourselves. This is due to the various benefits CBI provides you, including visa-free travel. With our experience of speaking to clients, 2 questions are most commonly raised. 1, is CBI trustworthy? And 2, how can CBI programs help secure your family's future? With respect to the first question, CBI is a legal process in the countries whose laws and regulations provide for it. Both St Kitts and Nevis and Dominica boast long-standing trustworthy programs with a combined experience of 65 years in the field. As for securing your family's future, this is aided through the key benefits of CBI, which we will now explore together. We will be unpacking the 4 key factors that previously benefited clients residing in the Middle East. These are as follows: visa-free travel, political and economic stability, the prospect of having a different lifestyle, and the ability to diversify your assets. Now, I think we can all agree that obtaining a visa can be a very long-winded process, and being able to travel without first applying for one would allow for hassle-free business ventures and memorable experiences for you and your family. With Dominican citizenship, This can become a lifetime reality with the opportunity to travel to over 140 countries with visa-free or visa-on-arrival access. Alternatively, with St Kitts and Nevis citizenship, you can travel to over 155 countries with visa-free or visa-on-arrival access. By gaining citizenship through CBI, investors can diversify their assets and move capital abroad. In Caribbean nations such as Dominica and St Kitts and Nevis, investors can also benefit from a range of incentives across a wide range of sectors. This incentivizes businesses based within the Middle East to explore a new market outside of the region.
بمناطق مثل دومينيكا المستثمرين بيكون عندهم كثير فوائد من هيدا الموضوع.
Citizenship can provide individuals with political and economic stability outside of the Middle East. Therefore, a second citizenship can serve as an insurance policy for families should there be any disruption to your current country of citizenship. By deciding to become a citizen of the Caribbean islands, you can benefit from one of the many indefinite possibilities, such as staying on your own personal tropical island and the high-quality education opportunities in St Kitts and Nevis. Therefore, you would be able to experience the benefits of your citizenship and the island itself. As we've discussed a few of the benefits CBI offers, let's now explore two specific CBI programs available in the Caribbean: Commonwealth for Dominica and St Kitts and Nevis. Starting with Dominica, their CBI program is decades old, having existed since 1993. Dominica is an island located in the Caribbean that holds many positive relations with international business hubs, such as the United States and United Kingdom. They have been consistently rated the world's best CBI program in an annual publication by the Financial Times, the CBI Index, since 2017. There is an approximate processing time of only 90 days for an applicant to receive their approval in principle. When applying to Dominica's program, you have the option of either investing in government-approved real estate or making a contribution to the government's Economic Diversification Fund. Here you can see a breakdown of costs and fees that vary depending on your family structure. For example, should a single applicant choose the Economic Diversification Fund, they would need to make a $100,000 contribution. However, if you are a family of 4, excluding any siblings, you would be required to pay a fee of $175,000 as a contribution.
شريكته بيكون 150,000 إذا كان هو وشريكه أو
A single applicant must make a $200,000 investment, as well as paying $25,000 in government fees. Whereas for a family of 4, you would be required to make a $200,000 minimum investment and $35,000 in government fees. I would like to highlight that the government fees are only applicable under the real estate option and not the contribution option. Moving on to another popular choice for CBI, St Kitts and Nevis, who have fine-tuned their CBI program over its 37 years of operation and now hold themselves to the highest standards of due diligence. St Kitts and Nevis CBI program is often referred to as the Platinum Standard, which every other CBI program is benchmarked. This is an attractive option for businessmen and women who generally have limited time, as St Kitts and Nevis are the only CBI program to offer a 60-day fast-track route to their applicants. To gain citizenship, the main applicant must invest via one of the 4 options: the Government Sustainable Growth Fund, government-approved real estate, the alternative investment option, or the private homes option. Let's begin by discussing a great limited time offer available for St Kitts and Nevis's Sustainable Growth Fund option. Under this limited time offer, A family of 4 can apply for citizenship by making a contribution of only $150,000, as opposed to the usual cost of $195,000. A main applicant and spouse can also apply for citizenship by making a $150,000 investment, as opposed to the usual cost of $175,000. Now, you can choose to add additional family members. However, there will be a further additional cost of $10,000 per dependent or $20,000 per sibling. Generally, clients prefer to choose the government fund options as they offer a more straightforward, fast, and secure route to citizenship. St Kitts and Nevis also provides 3 further options. You may choose to purchase one of the pre-approved real estate options for an independent investment of $400,000 to be held for only 5 years. Or investors can make a joint investment with each applicant contributing a minimum of $200,000 for a hold of 7 years. Respective government fees are also applicable depending on your family structure. For example, if an applicant and spouse would like to apply via the pre-approved real estate option with an independent investment of $400,000, they would be required to pay $55,000 in government fees. Options 3 and 4 on this slide have recently been introduced to the programme. With the Alternative Investment Option, or AIO, you may invest in an approved infrastructural project or another approved development project. If the project is ultimately privately owned, you are required to invest a minimum of $200,000, or if the project is ultimately state-owned, the applicant is required to invest slightly less at $175,000. The final option presented is the private homes option, which is only available until November 1st, 2022. Under this new option, applicants can acquire certified private homes and villas if the property meets a minimum appraised value of $400,000. Just as a gentle reminder, government fees are applicable to all 3 options. However, they do not apply to the aforementioned contribution option. Once you make an inquiry with us for your chosen jurisdiction, our business development team will be able to provide you with a tailored fee schedule for you and your family. So once you've chosen that CBI is a great opportunity for you and your family, you will enter the application process. Here you can see a 7-step application process lifecycle to obtaining citizenship. So in step 1, you would choose your program and get pre-approved by CS Global Partners. Within step 2, you will prepare and submit your application with our support. Within step 3, the relevant government will complete necessary due diligence checks. Now, this is completed on all applicants. Within step 4, if you are successful in passing your due diligence, then you will be provided with an approval in principle letter. Now in step 5, this is where you would need to make your contribution or pay the relevant fees for real estate or any other option that you've decided to choose. In step 6, you would receive your citizenship certificate, and this is where the process ultimately ends. Unless you would like to apply for a passport, we can assist you with this in step 7. As a client of CS Global Partners, you will receive a client relationship manager from the business development team and a caseworker from the legal team, such as myself. We will provide you with consistent support throughout every step of this process and ensure that your application is prepared in line with the requirements ready for submission. We tend to provide a client-tailored approach as we aim to deliver a hassle-free process for you and your family. With an international team, we can also offer you an Arabic speaker should this be more convenient for you. To summarize, CS Global Partners is a trusted advisor to investors seeking residency and citizenship by investment solutions. We focus on the programs that we believe bring win-win solutions to governments who seek foreign investment and investors who stand to benefit from the many advantages CBI can bring their family, some of them which we have discussed today. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join me today, and I hope that we at CS Global Partners may assist you in securing yours and your family's future through the trusted route of citizenship by investment. You can find our contact details here, and should you wish to make an inquiry or ask me any questions directly, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for your presentation. It was indeed very informative. We do have a few questions for you if you're ready.
Yes, of course.
Perfect. The first question is, I'm from Iran. Can I apply?
So depending on the jurisdiction, there are a few banned nationalities. There's also some requirements that they would need to fulfill, depending if they are still a citizen, if they reside in the country, if they have any business activities in those countries. So if they decided to apply, we would just need to double check which jurisdiction would allow for Iranians, but it is definitely something that we could look into and assist them directly.
Perfect. Can I invest in business or commercial property?
So at the moment, the majority of jurisdictions, specifically St Kitts and Nevis and Dominica, it is in real estate and they need to be government approved. There are some other jurisdictions in the Caribbean that do allow for business investments. We can definitely have a look into that for the client should they wish to contact us.
Great. Where does investment money go?
So, for example, the contribution fee, it goes directly to the government and it helps grow and develop the country. St Kitts and Nevis specifically, due to the location, they are unfortunately subject to some natural disasters. However, the funds that we receive from CBI, the government use this to help grow the country and help maintain that great civilization that they have.
Great. Can Iraqis apply for St Kitts and Nevis?
Yes, they can.
They can. Simple, short.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it 100,000 only? And what are the fees?
So it depends on the jurisdiction. So for St Kitts and Nevis, it's $100,000. Sorry, for Dominica, it's $100,000 contribution. For St Kitts and Nevis, it's 150, but it varies on your family structure. So the 100,000 for Dominica would only be for a single applicant. If you have a family, it would be more. Same with St Kitts, it's 150,000 for up to 4 people. There are additional fees, such as due diligence fees, processing fees, bank charges, but these will all be provided to the client within a fee structure, which we can prepare for them depending on their circumstances.
Great, great. Well, next question is also very similar. They're asking what are the other charges. So you just answered this question, so I'll consider it as done as well. What are the maximum number of family members who can apply in one application?
So there's no limit. They just need to be aware that there are additional fees for each family member, and there are specific requirements that they need to fulfill, such as age. Sometimes there's age requirements, dependency. They need to be dependent on the main applicant. Also, marital status can play a role within concluding whether they're qualified or not.
Great.
So
great.
yeah, so there's no limit. They just need to meet the requirements.
Great, great. With that, I would like to thank you, Yasmin, for your presence and sharing all this information with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. With that, I would like to move to next speaker of this evening, who is Mr. Richard Hallam, representing Ora Caribbean. Richard is a dual citizen of Grenada and Great Britain. His 30 years work experience has taken him to every continent, but his home for the last 15 years on the Caribbean island of Grenada. Originally a hotelier, Richard branched out into development, real estate, and more recently, business advisory. He has played multifaceted role in the development scene of Grenada, working initially in the acquisition and development of multi-use projects, and later with the government and developers in the creation of Grenada's CBI program as a special advisor to the Inward Investment Office. Richard has seen a Caribbean CBI program from concept to operation and worked alongside government, CIU offices, agents, and developers. He is an approved marketing agent for Grenada CBI program, and with his direct insider on island knowledge and close working relationship with all major developers and local agents. He currently holds the position of CBI Director for Ora Caribbean, developers of Silver Sand, Grenada. Hello, Richard. How are you today?
Good. You have any interesting facts about me?
I just said few interesting facts about you. They are all interesting facts about you. Richard, we are definitely
It's
ready
good to be on the same timeline as you.
Yeah, it is. It is. You are in Dubai right now. Now, please share your screen, Richard. We are ready to see your presentation.
Thank you. So first of all, good evening to everybody watching. It's great to be on the same timeline as the audience for once. I'm usually based and I live in Grenada, which would be 8 hours behind right now, but I'm currently in Dubai. I was with Abdul just a couple of days ago at a conference here in Business Bay. So welcome everybody. Thank you to Yasmin for that interesting presentation. I think it helped me a lot in explaining the Caribbean citizenship situation. And if you'll allow me now, I will delve into our slideshow. First of all, I think it's important to make the differentiation between CS Global partners and Ora Caribbean. CS Global are an approved marketing agent and government approved agent of a number of the Caribbean programs. Ora Caribbean are an approved developer of the Grenada program. So we are specific to the Caribbean nation, Caribbean island of Grenada, and we are an approved developer within that country. So we are able to offer people the ability to apply for Grenadian citizenship through investing in Ora Caribbean. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the offer that Ora Caribbean have. So first of all, what I'd like to do is just play you a short video, which will immerse you a little bit in Grenada, talk a little bit about Ora Caribbean, and kind of do a brief summary of what I'm about to discuss with you. So please enjoy.
Ora Caribbean offers an outstanding opportunity for you and your family to benefit from Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program. Having successfully completed the construction of the award-winning Silver Sands Origin Hotel and Residences, Ora Caribbean is now offering a unique and limited Citizenship by Investment opportunity. Our parent company, Ora Developers, are one of the leading premium property developers in the world. Our extensive portfolio includes landmark developments in Egypt, Greece, Pakistan, and Cyprus. Our next two Grenadian projects, Silver Sands Legacy and Beach House by Silver Sands, are the latest ventures in a long line of successful lifestyle destinations and the first to benefit from the country's renowned Citizenship by Investment program. A Grenadian passport opens up a world of freedom for you and your family, offering visa-free travel to over 140 countries worldwide, including China and Russia, plus a direct route to US residency through the E2 visa program. There are no investor nationality exclusions and no residency requirements. Make a safe and secure investment with Ora Caribbean, and you can benefit from a hassle-free and transparent exit strategy after 5 years with our full investment buyback. Never before has a developer made a commitment to return 100% of the investment funds to the investor. Ora Caribbean is redefining citizenship by investment. Join our journey. Our dedicated Citizenship by Investment program offers you access to one of the world's most coveted passports and endless possibilities for you and your entire family. An investment in Ora is an investment in Grenada. An investment in Ora is an investment in your family's future.
So I hope if a picture tells 1,000 words, I hope that video covered a few thousand more, so I won't have to talk too much. But just to introduce you a little bit to obviously Grenada, as we've had a great introduction from Natasha as to the Caribbean programs. You can see Grenada there at the bottom of your screen. We're the southernmost Antilles Windward Island. We're actually situated below the hurricane belt, which means that the vast majority of tropical storms that do enter the Caribbean basin tend to turn north before they even get to Grenada. You can see Miami in the top left-hand corner of the map. In terms of airlift, there are in-season daily flights from Miami, daily flights from New York, weekly flights from Charlotte, Toronto, flights 4 times a week from the United Kingdom, and there's also a seasonal flight from Frankfurt. So very easy to get to. I think I always say that if you're ever trying to get to Grenada, we're no more than 2 flights away from wherever you are. As long as you can access London, Miami, or New York, then you can get to Grenada within a day. Of the Caribbean nations is a former British colony, now an independent Commonwealth country. We are a tri-island state, population of just over 100,000. It's a very safe, secure, friendly island.
نسمة آمنة جدا مفيش جريمة سبت عربيتي في المطار مرة.
You worry yourself, you can't really steal a car on an island because you've got nowhere to go. And as we'd already talked about, great international airlift into the country. It's an island, like many of our Caribbean counterparts, that has amazing, beautiful beaches, both white and black sand volcanic beaches. We are a former volcanic island, so we have some beautiful mountains, rainforests, and rivers, as are depicted in some of these little shots here. We have the world's first underwater statue park, which you can visit and explore through scuba or just through snorkeling. And we're also home to the largest medical university out in the Americas, which is St. George's University. 1 in every 30 doctors in New York graduated from St. George's University in Grenada. And as a citizen, you would be eligible to apply and join St. George's on a medical, veterinary, or business degree. So the Grenadian passport, a lot of the Caribbean countries that offer citizenship by investment programs have very similar benefits and advantages to them. And it's down to you as the investor decide which country you feel is more beneficial for you. And then obviously you need to decide which development or which avenue, which path you want to take towards your citizenship. Grenada has visa-free access to over 140 countries worldwide, including all of the Schengen countries of Europe, including China. We're one of only 6 countries that has visa-free access to China, Brazil, Russia, and the UAE. We're the only Caribbean CBI country with the United States E2 visa treaty. What that means is if you are interested in living and working in the United States, then you can become a Grenadian citizen and then go forward and apply for your E2 visa into the United States, where you'll be able to live with your family and your children under 21, as long as you maintain a viable business in the US. The cost of this can be as little as $100,000, and the time frame can be as little as 3 months. So it is a stepping stone to the United States if you are in a country, for example, like India, like Vietnam, like China, like a number of the Arab states that don't have access to the E2 visa treaty. We've already talked about Grenada being a very safe and secure place, both for living and for business. We're in the Commonwealth of Nations. We are a democratically elected government. Our highest court of appeal is the Privy Council in London. Our currency is the EC dollar, which has been tied to the United States dollar for the past 30 years. There are myriad business opportunities in Grenada, both in tourism, in agriculture, and in a number of sectors. And we've already discussed the various educational benefits and educational establishments that Grenada has to offer. So who are Ora Caribbean? Ora Caribbean are the developers of Silver Sands Resort in Grenada. Silver Sands is a stunning 5-star hotel. It cost $120 million to build. It's 43 beautiful hotel rooms with 8 amazing villas right on the water. Ora Caribbean are a developer. We're not a CBI company. We are an international developer. And in Grenada, we have a 5-year, 500 hotel room business plan on 5 separate sites, spanning about 2 million square feet of prime real estate. Silver Sands was our first project, and our next project, Beach House, has been approved by the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Committee, so that you as an investor are able to invest your monies in the company and then be able to apply for Grenadian citizenship. So we already have established where Grenada is in the Caribbean, a little close-up of the country, and you can see our 5 sites there in the south of the country, all within 15 minutes from the international airport, all located on the Caribbean Sea, and all beautiful in their own right. So this is an aerial drone shot of Silver Sands Hotel, which if you flew to Grenada today, you could stay in. Grenada right now is allowing vaccinated people in to come and stay in the country on holiday. You just have to have 2 days of quarantine once your PCR test is negative, and then you're free to roam around the country. As you can see, we have the hotel block in the center. We've got these beautiful beachfront villas along the front of the property, these hillside villas flanking the side, and then we've got an amazing spa building, 2 restaurants. It was a CBI approved project. However, the developer decided that he wanted to build it using all his own funds, no banks, no debt. This was completed in about 2 years, opened in 2018, and is Grenada's latest hotel opening in the country. The villas at Silver Sands, we already discussed, are also available through the Citizenship by Investment Fund if you are interested in acquiring a beachfront villa. They're 4 and 5 bedroom. They either sit on the beach, as this one does, or they sit on the hillside overlooking the Caribbean Sea and the sunsets. So on to Beach House. Beach House is our next project, which is approved by the Citizenship by Investment Committee. Beach House broke ground in March. We anticipate that vertical construction will start in October, and then we are planning on opening the property for Christmas of 2022. That sounds very quick, but it's a very small property. It's just 31 rooms. It's on a beautiful beach called Portiki Beach, just down from the original Silver Sands property. It's a luxury boutique hotel. We envisage it's going to take about 12 months to construct, and at a cost of around $16 million. This is a picture of Portiki Beach with an artist's rendering of the hotel. You can see each of the hotel rooms are individual, completely detached, more like hotel suites. They're nestled on the cliffside. They're right on the waterfront of the Caribbean Sea. And then you can see the main reception, spa, and restaurant building. Here's a view from the reverse looking out towards the ocean. This is the restaurant. Great view from your king bed looking out towards the Caribbean Sea. So what makes us different? What makes Ora Caribbean different from every other developer in the Caribbean and from every other developer in Grenada? Well, our company, Ora Caribbean, and our parent company, Ora Developers, are both owned by a gentleman by the name of Naguib Sawiris. Now, being in the Middle East region, you're probably familiar with Mr. Sawiris. He was born in Egypt. He's a very well-known, very affluent, very influential businessman in the Middle East, North Africa region. He owns Orascom, which is the 5th largest telecommunications company in the world. And he also owns Euronews, which I think is the 3rd largest cable news network in the world behind CNN and BBC. When he came to Grenada 5 years ago, upon the invitation of a friend, he fell in love with the country. He saw the business opportunities that were available, and he wanted to get involved. He was asked by the government to include his properties in the Citizenship by Investment program.
يستطيع الانضمام إلى نظام الجنسية بالاستثمار، وكانت نيته إنه يستخدم الاستثمار ده عشان
to the CBI program, on the understanding that we were using the investor funds as a short-term construction loan. What that basically means to you, the investor, is that when you invest in Ora Caribbean, you're investing the minimum investment amount for Grenada, which is $220,000. The developer's keeping that money and using it directly to fund the construction of the hotel. at the end of the mandated 5-year period, you will redeem your interest and the developer will return your $220,000. So on a typical pro forma invoice for a family of 4, what that basically means is your total cost coming into the program to be able to apply for citizenship for you and your children is just under $300,000. Your net cost at the end of the 5 years is just $18,000 per person. So to summarize and to close, Ora Caribbean are offering what we believe is an unrivaled investment return in the Caribbean and possibly even in the citizenship by investment industry by giving you all of your initial investment funds back to you at the end of the holding period. We are a company that has previous Caribbean development experience, having built, constructed and now operating Silver Sands Resort, an 11-acre site that was built in just 2 years and fully funded by the developer. We have an international development portfolio of properties in Cyprus, in Egypt, in Greece, and in Pakistan. We have an operational Caribbean resort, so you can actually fly to Grenada, come and stay with us and see the level of quality and finish and the level of construction that we will be continuing with. The construction of our projects is not dependent on CBI sales. As I already mentioned, we are not a CBI developer. We are not interested in profiteering from a CBI investor. Our goal is long-term. Our goal is to have 500 hotel rooms and the room revenues that 500 hotel rooms would generate. So that is why we are able to, and that is why we are offering this program as a short-term loan and returning your money at the end of the 5-year period. We are financially secure. Naguib Sawiris is one of the most affluent businessmen in the world. He's frequently on the Forbes 50 list. The companies that he owns are very well funded, and we do not envisage any issues financially in being able to complete these properties and return funds to the investor. And as I mentioned, we're not a CBI developer, and that's very important. A lot of the programs in the Caribbean, your investment funds are used for a lot of other cost coverages other than your investment. With Ora Caribbean, the 220 that you invest goes directly into the development of the property. The developer pays all of the costs associated with the marketing of the product, any sales commissions, anything related to websites and brochures is all covered by the developer. You only pay the pre-prescribed costs, government costs that relates to your family's application and the processing and the due diligence that relates directly to your submission. And that's it. Hopefully you have lots of questions. Please visit the website, oracaribbean.com. The brochures are available to you in 7 different languages. And obviously we are available here to answer your questions as they come in. Thank you. Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you so much for such a beautiful website. And that video does say 1,000 words. I agree to you. I agree with you. We do have a few questions here, if I can start.
Sure.
Can you assist with E2 visa?
We can certainly assist. We would refer you to one of our US immigration partners who have the experience in this, as it is a US visa program. But yes, we can absolutely assist and recommend people that clients will be able to work with.
Perfect. Next question is that can I keep Egyptian passport?
That would depend on the laws of Egypt. Grenada does recognize dual citizenship. So as a Grenadian, you are able to hold multiple passports. As an Egyptian, you would need to refer to your own country's laws with regards to how many passports you're allowed to keep. However, I would probably point out that the largest country for citizenship inquiries in the world is China, and China does not allow second citizenships, technically. But the majority of applications that come through to the Caribbean and a lot of our European countries are from China. So.
Fine, perfect. One more question in short is that what is the tax on property?
It depends what you own. There's a tax on land, there's a tax on real estate, and there's a tax on industrial. Through Ora Caribbean, there are no costs to you. by investing in the development of the hotel. So once you've invested the money, once you've paid the funds, the 220 and all the government prescribed fees, there are no more costs that you will be liable for. At the end of the 5-year period, you redeem your investment and the investor returns your original 220 investment.
Perfect. Thank you. The next question is, my brother and me can invest together. So I think the gentleman is trying to ask if him and his brother can invest into the project together.
Correct. Yes. Siblings, like most of the Caribbean countries, are allowed. I think in Grenada, they have to be unmarried and over the age of 18.
Perfect. Thank you. Is this project ready or under construction?
It's currently under construction. We broke ground in March. They've been doing civil works and infrastructure works up until then, and we expect vertical construction to start in October.
Great, great. Dr. Amal has asked me a question on WhatsApp, actually. She's saying that I don't want to lose money in a project. So how do I make sure I don't lose the money?
I mean, all the projects in the Caribbean have different offers. The offer that Ora Caribbean is making is to return your money to you. There are legal documents that you will sign as an investor, which will talk to that. As long as you redeem your investment to us, so as long as you return your investment to us, we will redeem the $220,000 to you. Like every investment in the world, there is risk. Like every investment in the world, there are no hard set guarantees of anything happening. But I think when you understand the Ora Caribbean offering, when you read the documents, you will see that it is as good as an offer as there is available in the Caribbean right now.
Perfect. Thank you. Next question we have is that will you pay in Grenada or back in Egypt at the time of buyback? Where can they receive money?
They can receive money wherever they are. So as long as they return they redeem their investment to us, the funds will be transferred to their bank account. Perfect, perfect.
Thank you so much. Everyone who is listening to us, we will get in touch with you. Richard himself, Richard's team will get in touch with you. So all of your questions and remaining presentations will be delivered to you. I will also share a link of YouTube where you can definitely go and watch the recordings of this one and the previous ones as well. You will have all the information. Thank you so much, Richard, for being here with us. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for joining us. I'm definitely grateful to both of you for spending time with us today.
Pleasure.
You're very welcome. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. To everyone who is listening to us, I would say goodbye and good night to everyone. Please follow us, subscribe us, and see our videos on YouTube. You will have a lot of information through them. We will get in touch with you after the event. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to assist you with that. You can also drop your messages to us on whichever medium you're following us. Thank you so much. Good night to everyone. Take care.